Yeah.
What is going on, guys? Zio here, and for this video we're going to be going over all of the NBA current collection reward players that you do get for putting in a set team. So to start, we're going to start off in the Eastern Conference with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, as you can see, your reward is going to be Hersey Hawkins, and I'm not even going to talk about him, and that is because he is a shooting guard. I just want to say, if any of the rewards for the first month are a shooting guard player, you're just not going to want to get him unless it's like a D Wade or a Kobe or something crazy like Vince Carter, of course. But for a Hersey Hawkins, you can easily replace him with like a Chris Middleton, a JJ Redick, because all you really need your shooting guards to be able to do is have a little bit of height, maybe 6'4", 6'5", and then be able to shoot the 3-ball. And personally, I don't think it's worth it to complete any of these collections when it's a shooting guard. So we're just going to go right past him. It's not worth it to complete that set. So now we do have the Bob Dandridge though. Now, a small forward position is very versatile. They can guard almost all positions, maybe besides the center position, of course, because Bob Dandridge is only 6'5", but he's going to be able to drive to the basket very well. And in this game, I know a lot of you guys have been missing a lot of open layups, you know, that's been bouncing off the backboard too hard, going over the front. And Bob Dandridge will be able to finish for you. He's going to have like a 90 or 85 driving layup, and you're definitely going to want that. And then you can also shoot the 3-ball a little bit. You know, that's all you really need for your small forward. It's going to be like a 77 3-ball. And if you see right there, Luol Deng, and then also Campy Russell. Now, these players all play very alike, to be honest. Luol Deng's probably the most athletic of all of them. And then I'm pretty sure Campy Russell is the tallest. But honestly, of these three, whichever you can get for cheapest, I'd suggest you to complete. Now we're going to get on to the Celtics. And as you see right there, we have an athletic shooting guard in Reggie Lewis. He's going to be decent shooting guard, I will admit, because he is going to be pretty athletic. But honestly, it's not going to be worth it. You are best to just complete a small forward or a power forward, and I would just stay away from Reggie Lewis to start the game. Maybe later on in the year, if you already have a bunch of rubies, then I'd suggest doing Reggie Lewis over the Hersey Hawkins, but still I would just stay away from all shooting guards. So now let's get into one of the best players I think you should complete, and that is Kevin Willis. Now, Kevin Willis is 7 feet tall, he can rebound, he's going to have crazy rebounding stats because he's a Ruby. Regardless if the player, like, for example, like Hassan Whiteside or something is, you know, obviously better at rebounding, Kevin Willis, because of the rating, will just naturally have better rebounding. And with that 7-foot frame, he's also going to be able to shoot the 3-ball a little bit. It will probably be like a 67, 66. That's not too good, but again, maybe, you know, if you need a basket and he happens to be open, you will be able to shoot with him. He can shoot the mid-range as well. He's decent from the free throw line, which is another big one. Last year, his Ruby card that you did get, it had like an 80 free throw, I believe. So it was definitely a good player. I used him at the start, and I'm definitely going to complete this again and use my boy Kevin Willis once again. He's probably top 3 to complete. Now we're on to the Heat, Steve Smith. Now, Steve Smith is the best shooter so far. He's the best shooting guard in terms of shooting ability from the 3-point line. But again, I would just stay away from him, because why pick up him when you could just pick up even like a Klay Thompson? Klay Thompson will play better than Steve Smith. That's just facts, because Klay Thompson has like what, like a 92-3, and you know, his release is just pure. It's easy. So I definitely just get a Klay Thompson over completing this set. Now, however, we do have Rex Chapman. Now, Rex Chapman, another shooting guard that can shoot. Again, just get Klay Thompson. Very simple. Now, here's an interesting one though. Jeremy Lin. Now, Jeremy Lin's going to be very quick. He's going to have great ball handling. But again, I'm not too concerned with ball handling in this 2K, because everyone loses the ball and everybody can do pretty good dribble moves. Besides a player like Steph Curry, I think people just fear him so much. That's why they jump and his moves work. But Jeremy Lin, he'll definitely be a nice point guard. And if you're thinking about completing him, maybe you have a bad point guard and you want to upgrade him, Jeremy Lin's definitely going to be nice. Silver has a B-3, so I'm assuming this one's going to have like an A at least, because it has to be better than the B-. So he'll probably have like an 86 3-ball. He's definitely going to be a good point guard at the start, and I honestly wouldn't mind completing this set. It's probably in the top 10, maybe top 5. I doubt it though. But yeah, Jeremy Lin's definitely very nice, but he's going to be expensive because everybody wants Jeremy Lin. So I'd probably stay away from this to start, and just try to find a different point guard. I don't know why I'm stumbling on my words, but yeah, try to find a different point guard for now. Next up though, we do have Darrell Armstrong. Now, he's a lot low profile, so Jeremy costs a lot. He'll probably cost like half the price, because no one's out there looking for a Darrell Armstrong. He's going to be able to shoot though just as well. So definitely I would pick up this Darrell Armstrong if the Jeremy Lin is more expensive. Now we're on the Kerry Kittles. Never even heard of him. But I've heard that he can shoot decent. That's what I've heard. Again, Klay Thompson, you know, we don't need shooting guards pretty much. If you want an athletic shooting guard, just get someone like D Wade. It's just not worth it for these Ruby cards. But now we do have Roy Hibbert. Now he might be the best rebounder besides the reward Shaq if you got the Legend Edition, which that's $150, and I was not willing to spend that. But yeah, Roy Hibbert might be the best rebounder besides that Shaq. He's going to be an 88 rated center on the Pacers. Definitely worth it. He's in the top 3 for sure. If you can get Kevin Willis, Roy Hibbert, and then, you know, just some shooters like Klay Thompson, Curry. I'm not even a Warriors fan. I'm an OKC fan, so it's not, you know, no bias from me. But if you can get a team with them 2 down low, and then Curry, Klay, and even Durant, honestly, just lights out 3-point shooters, you're going to definitely dominate with those guys down low to rebound any misses. Next up, we do have Richard Hamilton. Now, he's a great shooter. We all know that. He was great last year. He's great in real life, obviously. The 2004 Detroit Pistons. But yeah, he's not worth it. He is a very high-profile player. He's a name brand player. He's going to go for a lot. He's not going to be worth it. I can find a ton of other players who can shoot, and I don't expect Richard Hamilton to be yamming it on my defenders. So, you know, maybe if you can just pick up... I'm trying to think of other players besides Klay, but you get the idea. JJ Redick, Chris Middleton, stuff like that. They can shoot just as well, and they're the same athleticism. So definitely stay away from Richard Hamilton. So next up, we do have Damon Stoudamire, and all I'm going to say is he's like 5'5". He's like a second grader out there. Well, just skip him. He's way too short. He'll be a defensive liability. Not worth it at all. Next up, though, we do have Larry Hughes. Now, he's actually a pretty well-rounded player. He could probably play the small forward position. But again, I just don't think it's worth it. If you want a small forward, just complete the Bob Dandridge or Luol Deng set, and he'll do you way better than this Larry Hughes. Alright, so I'm not trying to make this video last too long, so we're going to go through the Western Conference very quickly. We're going to start off with the Clippers, of course, and that's going to be Dominique Wilkins. Now, Dominique Wilkins is very athletic. He's going to be a great small forward. He can pretty much dunk on anyone. He's going to be very fast. He's going to have a decent jump shot, probably not from 3, maybe like a 70 rated 3 or so. And he's definitely the top 3 player to get. Dominique Wilkins so far, and the Kevin Willis for sure if you can get them. Next up, though, we do have the Shareef Abdul Rahim. Now, he's going to be a decent shooter, a decent rebounder, and he, again, is in the top 5, I believe, because if you can get a nice power forward like that who can shoot the ball, he can, you know, play the stretch 4 position. He's just very good fundamentally. He can shoot mid-ranges, free throws. He's a better shooter than Kevin Willis. He is a little bit shorter, but I used him last year, the 85 rated Sapphire, and he was insane, so definitely pick up that card if you can. Next up, though, we do have a shooting guard. I'm just going to pass him straight up because you've already heard me enough. White Chocolate. Now, he's a very high-profile player. He's, you know, finally got a card that you can reasonably get, and it's just not worth it. He's going to cost way too much because everybody loves him. They want to throw those flashy passes, and it's just going to be like 20k to throw flashy passes when I can just press X with any other point guard and make the same pass. Next up, though, we do have Derek Fisher. Now, honestly, he is in the top 5. He is a new player, so he might be very high profile because there's a lot of Lakers fans. You know, I was a fan of his game. And he's going to be able to shoot the 3. He's going to have a weird release that probably goes above his head, so it's going to have a lot of arc as well. Probably not easy to block. He's going to have maybe, I'd assume, like a 93 because, you know, this is probably the best Derek Fisher that you're going to get. And the 88 rated Derek Fisher definitely will be able to shoot the 3 ball. Definitely get him if he doesn't cost too much. Now, the only concern with this is, yeah, like 4,000 coins. That's actually not as bad as I assume for a player on the, you know, big baller brand and stuff like that because everybody's hyping him up. But, yeah, he's going to cost you like 50k right now. I'd stay away from these, all of the collection rewards for the first like 3 days, 4 days or so. And then once more people start opening packs, getting silver players and stuff like that, then start to complete them. Next up, though, we do have Jason Terry. Now, he's pretty much the same as Derek Fisher, so whichever one's cheaper. Derek Fisher is a little bit taller, but whichever one's cheaper, I'd suggest you to get. Jason Terry might be the best point guard, but I'm assuming he's going to be a little bit more because he's going to have like a 93 ball. He always has, and yeah, everybody loves him in 2K. His release is easy. Now, this is the one, the top player that I suggest you to complete is Dikembe Mutombo, as long as he doesn't go for too much, because he is going to be 7'2". He's going to be able to rebound over everybody, and then he's just, you know, he's just so athletic. He's so dominant down low, and you're going to be definitely feeling his defense. when you're out there trying to win games. So yeah, Dikembe Mutombo, that is the best card that you can get in my opinion. Next up, we do have Jamal Mashburn. Now everybody does want him. I think he's like 6'5". He's a great ball handler. He can shoot. He is in the top 5, but as long as these players don't go for too much, I'd suggest getting them. If they do go for like 3 times more than Bob Dandridge, then I'd just, you know, get the Bob Dandridge. He's going to be cheaper and almost as good. Next up, we do have another shooting guard. I'm just straight up passing it. Tim Duncan. He's never been that great in 2K, so again, I'm just going to pass him. Now, he is another player in the top 5. I think I might have 6 players in the top 5, but Dan Marley, he can shoot, he can dunk, he's going to be 6'5". I know he's a shooting guard, but here is the one exception because of how athletic he is. 6'5", he can dunk though. He's going to have like a 75 to almost 80 driving dunk, and then he's going to have like an 88 3 ball. So he's going to be a very complete shooting guard, and I definitely recommend getting him. Next up though, we do have Dennis Johnson. There's better point guard positions already, so I'm just going to skip him. Jerome Kersey, he can shoot the 3 ball. He's pretty athletic. I think he is like a top 10 player, so if you're thinking about getting him, it's definitely going to be worth it. I'm not too sure if he's going to be low profile, but I know he's not going to be as high as like the Derek Fisher and stuff like that, so hopefully he's cheap enough for you to get. Isaiah Ryder, just too short, not worth it. Monte Ellis, same thing. Dominique Wilkins, okay, yeah, we're back at the start. So yeah, I know that was a very informational video. I'm tired of talking, to be honest, so you must be tired of listening, but hopefully you did, you know, get some information on the player you were thinking about getting, and hopefully you find this video helpful in some way. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it here because I've been talking way too much. I need some water and stuff like that. It's been Zeal though. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe down below for more videos coming up. There's gonna be pack openings, more entertaining videos for sure. And yeah, you know, this is my dream to become a YouTuber. I'm putting in the work, and hopefully I, you know, can get you guys excited for my channel. It's been Zeal, and peace.